Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. Come on
To
in.
the. What are we having today?
Coffee and conversation.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Come on in. Go tell somebody. Please like and share. We're on again today. Can you believe it?
Yes.
We got such positive feedback. We're here again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Coffee and a conversation. Artesian Center of Education and Empowerment. Bringing to you Miss Kim, Miss Joanne, I call her LadyJ, LadyK, and of course, I'm Sister Patricia. And we are here with you today. Or call me Miss P. Somebody called me that, or Queen P. Well, no, that's something funny. No, see that line. But we just welcome you all to this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful gathering of ladies, different ages, different stages, coming to you with a conversation, coffee and a conversation. Come on in. Please like and share and help us get the word out. We are on with you today. Yay! Well, I like to say good evening, ladies. Good evening, good evening. How are you all doing?
I'm doing great.
Great. Nice to see you all. Looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. All right. I just need to know that we get everybody. Have you pulled us up? We're here. So y'all like and please share. Let's get it out. All right. What's been happening with you, Miss Kim, LadyK, for all this past? What's going on?
Well, I'm still busy. I'm
Still doing what you do?
Yes, I'm still doing what I do. I gotta be a mom. Gotta be, I hate to say it, mom taxi. But soon I will be relieved. Hallelujah.
Oh, yes.
I will be relieved.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yes, I will be relieved.
Okay, you heard that. She said she will be.
Hey, name it and claim it.
Look,
Name it and claim it.
LadyJ, what's going on with you, my dear?
Busy.
Oh, you busy too? You busy,
Hey,
busy?
school is out. Grandbabies. Still trying to work a little bit.
All right, still doing what you do. All right. Still doing what you do. We want to just want you all again, as we said, this is Artesian Center for Education and Empowerment. This is what we come together to just have a conversation on what's happening, what's popping, what's going on. And I tell you, this past week, there's been a lot going on, y'all.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
There has been a lot that's going on. And it's been somewhat, you think about it, it really touches us in a certain kind of way. What we've heard with Uvalde, Texas,
Yes.
and those our hearts just go out because all of us here, we're mothers, grandmothers, and in
Great grandmother.
and Lady J case, she's a great grandmother, and so our hearts just go out to that community. And of course, what happened in Buffalo, and it's just the thing that makes that thing so just hits us so home, because those are just common things that we all do.
Yes.
We all go to the grocery store, right?
Yes.
We all drop, you drop your, because your daughter goes to elementary school, middle school. You have elementary school.
Yes.
And I have grandkids that are in elementary school, and it's just so common with all of us, a safe place that's been invaded by evil.
Yes.
Yeah. And
that's why we just have to, we have to just really get our mindsets to, I know, the children are asking questions.
They're asking,
what's this? What's happening? why is this happening? You know, and trying to find answers. You know, we're digging. You know, we're trying to, you know, get an understanding ourselves to try to explain this to, you know, a child. You know, I was mentioning earlier, you know, not trying to sound like, you know, children don't believe in God or nothing like that, but sometimes they're coming from that fleshly mindset. So they want that fleshly answer. They want that reassurance of knowing that, you know, am I going to be okay?
And you know what? That's a great, and see, that's a, you know, we're having the real conversation. Thank you all for joining us. And it's not a conversation unlike what you all are having everywhere that you all are on what do we tell our children. Although this is not the subject that we're having today, but when they see the news and when they're listening at current events and understanding, and thankfully we're at the end of the school year, you know, and we're able to have them, but you know, some of them are going to summer school, right? And they're doing things. But you know, this is why, although this is not the church setting, but still, we take the Lord with us everywhere we go, right? We take the Lord with us everywhere, and we teach our children to take the Lord with us everywhere we go. You know, and so that's so like we'll start this conversation off with the prayer and just lifting everyone who's been impacted, the families, the extended families, the community at large, lifting them up in prayer. That's what we're doing. And so today we're going to, with that being said, we're just so glad you all are here with us. And we want you to make this a part of your week. Just come on in and let's have a conversation. And we want you to be interactive as you come on. Just interact, because we want to interact with everyone of the questions, because our subject today is what, Sister Kim?
Boundaries.
Boundaries. It's interesting that you should bring that up.
Yeah. I need some help with my boundaries. Come on, give me some help. Give me some understanding.
We're going to talk about boundaries. So, I want to say, everybody needs them. Everybody needs them. Everybody needs them. Everybody. We prayed this morning at 6 a.m. Did we didn't pray this morning at 6 and at noon and at Sister Kim, we prayed this morning. Go ahead and pray, Sister Kim.
Because the families, you know, and I'm probably sure that, you know, some of them are sitting around with their children knowing that, hey, somebody thinking of us. You know, somebody, you know, got us on their mind.
The Lord have his way.
Yes.
That's a good prayer. Let the Lord have his way. What's your prayer?
My prayer is thy will be done. Let your will be done, God. Let your will be done.
And my prayer is, thank you, Lord, for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we carry this thing out the way you want us to. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. So as we are moving, and I say that because we do everything that we do. We're praying, you know, we are praying people. But this platform is not geared to be churchy. We are talking from an educational and an empowerment perspective, because we want to, you know, we're dealing with it from a community of mind, you know, when I'm saying mindset, community, you know, it's different ages, different stages. We're not trying to make one person right, one person wrong. We are really just bringing in, you know, where we are for whatever we're discussing in this moment. And today the word is, and Kim and I had asked her, I said, Kim, what you want to, you know, this was her thought process to want us to bring this to the forefront. So I put a lot of the onus on her, and so to make her think it out, Dr. J. And so I said, so what's the word for the day, Sister Kim? So she brought it. It's going to be boundaries, and I think that was for her. Learning how to do. And so as to start this off and to start this conversation off, I want to give you one of the definitions of boundaries. It's a boundary is a limit of or space between you or other persons, a clear place where you begin and others end. The purpose of setting a healthy boundary is, of course, to protect and take good care of you.
Where did you get that definition from?
Isn't that a great definition?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Where did you get it from? Because I looked up one and I don't come close to that.
Oh,
See,
listen. Somebody once told Google will get you where you need to be, right? Google will get you where you need to be, right? You got a smartphone and Google. I think I heard one of the preachers out there, one of the little vloggers once say, that he used to always say, God, Google, and a gun to get you where you need to see. That's not a good thing because, but Google, God for sure, and Google,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? I say, not now, not this week. Not this week. But this is, we're talking boundary is a limit or a space between you and other person. It's setting and you're talking healthy boundaries.
Yes.
And being busy women, sometimes we forget to put those boundaries in place. So Sister Kim, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, and let's talk about what's your thoughts on boundaries and why are they important and we want you all to interact with us. We invite you, ask questions or give statement, but this is interactive. Sister Joanne is monitoring.
You got some ideas you want to give to us, give it, please.
Please, that you want to put before, you want to put out there. And we see Sister Rosa with Sister Deidre. We thank God for you all coming on, and we want y'all to be come on, like and share and interact. That's what you got to do. Like, share, and interact. That's the difference. Like, share, and interact. Okay? So talk to me, Sister Kim. Talk to all of us about what you think about when you talk. And you brought up boundaries as your word for this week.
Yes, I
So what's with the boundaries?
Well, with me, I didn't have any boundaries, but I'm learning.
Do you have some now?
Now
No.
I am getting some boundaries. Yes, ma'am. I am getting some boundaries.
Give us an example of your boundaries that you can share with
like
us.
At first, I didn't have any boundaries, and the reason why I said I know I didn't have any boundaries, every time somebody or something was coming about, I got it, I can do it. Yes. Oh, yes. I couldn't say no.
Oh,
yes.
Put a pen right there. Say that word. You couldn't what?
I couldn't say no.
Woo! Now, and it's so interesting, and I want y'all to pull in because see, each one of us, different ages, different stages, somebody has the same situation Sister Kim is highlighting right now. She said, I couldn't say no, as if no is a bad word. Sometimes no is your savior. Go ahead.
And believe it or not, I found that out, and I hate to say that, in this age and stage of my life now, being 51, being 51.
Looking 20, doesn't she look absolutely marvelous?
Oh, bless you.
Yes, you look. You don't look, honey. You don't look like what you've been through. No, you don't. You don't look like.
But I mean, being 51, having grandchildren, having older children, and being married one time. Oh my gosh! But being able to just really find out that I can say no and feel okay
And not feel guilty.
Yeah, not feel guilty. Because sometimes even my children say no, mama, say no. You got something to do, say no. And at first I used to always think they wanted me to say no because they wanted me to do for them, not to do for anybody else. And I was like, well, that's kind of selfish. But I start trying to, split myself up. But I can't split myself up. I don't have a clone. I don't have a machine to say, okay, well, can you do this and you got to do that? It's impossible. Mm-hmm. And I found that out, like I said, at age 50.
But it's interesting because sometimes you talk setting healthy boundaries, but it's interesting that people can actually, or your loved ones, people you love dearly, can actually make you feel guilty for saying no and being able to say a proper no. I mean, sometimes, we've got some people, there's a thing we'll say, different ways to say no. Not now.
Oh, that's proper.
Not now.
Let me think about it.
What you say? Let me think about it.
Okay.
Let me get with you next week.
Gotcha.
This one. I went,
Okay. So these are proper no's?
No, I mean what I'm getting
proper
at.
response.
No, what I'm saying is some people don't feel guilty just to go ahead and say no. You feel like there is something wrong with saying no.
Yeah.
Why is there something wrong? This is Dr. J. Why is there something wrong with saying no? Why has it been built up that people? Now I know some people they don't have a problem with saying no, but then there are others who really, am I right, Liz? There are others who really don't know. They feel so guilty about saying no. Like, I'm so sorry. I apologize to you and your mom and your family, your whole generation, because I had to tell you no.
Because in the back of my mind, I really think that this person is saying, oh, they just don't care. You know, she just don't have no feelings. So what's wrong with why she got to tell? I'm serious.
You got some soul work to do,
I
baby.
do.
Yes, you do.
I do. I really
You really do. Because Dr. J, why is it wrong why do people feel so guilty about saying no? We're talking about boundaries, y'all. That's our word of the day. And if y'all, and I want y'all, boundaries is go ahead, you can read it for what she said. Sister Deidre put it in there. Boundaries is you see it, can you read it? Okay.
Sister Deidre said, boundaries is an awesome subject. It took a while to come to a place in my life before I realized just how much more peaceful life is since I set up boundaries.
What?
I like that.
Listen,
with families or
friends.
I have always kept myself open for all, but it was never enough. I had to get on a peaceful mindset, which worked out setting up boundaries. That's good.
That's good.
Very
girl.
Oh
yeah. You can hear that. That right there, sister. That's my classmate too, y'all. But Dr. J, lead in from there because that is you listen at that.
Yeah, even though she set them, she just realized that she could set them up. She set them up strong.
Yes, she did. And I hate
now
that.
I set up strong boundaries.
We know that you do. Honey, she will tell them, no, not today. No, Satan, not today. She said, no, she will. Now, this one will. You could ask some of them folks that she know.
All of them. Everybody that know me know that I have strong boundaries. But it don't mean to.
It didn't happen overnight. No, but I think you had to learn it.
I had to build. I too, was a yes person at one time.
Ooh.
A yes person because you know why? You want to feel like, okay, if I say no, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna have an opinion. They're gonna worrying about them.
And not about me. As if I'm not that and I'm not just speaking on you. I'm just talking about all of us who have that because I have that need to please. That's me. I have a need to please, and sometimes you have to understand that I'm important too. My health and my well-being. That if you run and you do and you appease so many, and then you and like Sister Deidre said, and you don't have that place of what? Peace. You're frustrated.
Yes.
You're stressed.
Yes. Because
you're not leading. You're not taking the time to
care for me. I'm not caring for me. I really am not. But the thing that the response that Sister Deidre was saying, she had to get to the place, and that's the thing that it is for me. I'm getting to that place. And getting to that place of telling someone no, and then turn around saying, and I really have to do this. As soon as I get finished saying, and
not feel guilty.
But it's still the war is still in me to say
that's good.
No,
but that's good.
It's still like.
But you said something. The war that's raging in me to fight for your own health and well-being.
Yes,
gotta do it.
Isn't that something that you actually, because we've been conditioned. See, this is where I think the thing, we've been conditioned so. And so therefore we have to literally do, and I keep using this word, but doing the soul work and doing the work that it takes to, one, put at bay those things that we've been, this word, culturized or nurtured into, that then benefit us in the long run. Because we were at a certain place, felt like, and me as a people pleaser, they're not going to like me if I say no. Or if I don't do what it, you know what I'm saying? True. So you go out of your way, even though it's uncomfortable. But, you know, one thing age has taught me is that, you know what? Like it or lump it. You know, you like me, you know, either like me or you don't. I mean, at this stage of the game, I can't go jump through them hoops
like they try to get you to. And they do. They try to get you to jump through.
You know, you have to make your boundaries.
And they love you too now.
You have to make them clear. You know.
But these are people that we love. These are people that we love.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about outside folks.
No.
I'm talking about the inside folks. Family, friends,
children,
social network. You know, sometimes.
And
because Kim, and me, you. You know, these kind of things. But it's always sometimes that we have to make sacrifices. I don't want to get it twisted.
Right, exactly.
There are sufficient sacrifices that must be made.
Yes.
But I think in this conversation, we're talking about, Miss Rosa Wilson said something there. Do you see what she said there? It's good. I like that.
Miss Wilson said, always keep some room for me time and some R and R.
That's right. That's right. Some me time, some R and R. But in the light of being the thought of that I'm going to hurt your feelings, you know, it's not just, you know, like there's a sacrifice got to be made for something that has to be done because it has to be done. That's not what I'm saying. No. But I'm just saying when people are looking at an expectation, an unrealistic expectation that you got to always fulfill at their beck and call regardless. Yes. And I think that's what we're talking about more so. What do you know, am I?
You're on that.
Yes. That's just
like make your expectations clear. You know.
And see, that's the thing that I was listening to you said earlier. You know, making my, you know, request, like you said, make your request made known. But she's saying making it clear, like not trying to, can I, well, you know, I got something to do on Thursday, you know, even though you want to go somewhere on Thursday, but I'm gonna just let you know that I'm really not sure. When inside of me want to say, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to take, you know what, I want to go home, you know, but inside, remember, it's still fighting at me.
But you know, what happens if I was to be that honest?
See, now that's what I struggle with.
Now, but I'm saying, but what happens?
You make it clear so, you know, they'll know what to expect from you and respect that.
Because people will respect them if you set them. But if you never set them and they feel they are not,
they can just run through.
They are not concrete. If they respect you and your time, sometimes they will ask you in advance. They will say, do you have time? Or can you? Or can you schedule? Or they will find out if, and we're just talking about certain things, but there are other boundaries as well. But we're talking about those time-related things. But there are other boundaries that need to be set as well. Kim, you got a long list of stuff there. Now, I don't know what some of that supposed to mean because you got a long old list.
I mean, the boundaries that I've had written down.
That's a wall in you, ain't it?
The boundaries that I have listed over here is like, I have daughters that are not married. You know, they're dating, and the things that they, you know, come about, you know, asking, not just her. I have, you know,
I'm
older ones.
See, somebody would know that. You see.
I have, you know, older ones. I have one that, you know, I mean, yeah, but the way they date is just really, you know, where your boundaries at? I'm not saying, you know, like the guy just grope on all of them.
Oh,
but
no,
I have,
no.
you know, I have a daughter that she would like to eat, you know, but it's like, but what's your boundaries? You know, why are you trying to just get a meal? Why don't you get some conversation, see what his man's mind is? Well, I just want to eat something. You know, if he want my time, he got to feed me.
Now, those are her boundaries. But see, there's her boundaries. I'm talking about your boundaries.
But that's what I'm saying. If it's like I'm showing you that I keep saying yes, yes, am I showing my daughters? They got to say yes, yes, yes. Even if it is to a plate of food.
Now, that'd be good.
You know, even if it is to...
Now, you know what, now that comes to be a good conversation when we have those young folk around this table.
Yeah.
But let's go with your other, put some on your list.
Oh, now, my confinement.
See how she just jumped from her to the other folk. We trying to deal with her. Let's go ahead.
My confinement, you know, if I set my borders, am I confining myself to not be asked again, you know, from that person? You know, if I do tell them no, I think that's one of the things also that I feel, that if I set my boundaries of telling that person no, then they're not going to want to, you know, be with me, deal with me, or talk to me, or, you know, just flat out just leave me alone.
Do you care? I'm just...
I have to care, because what if I'm telling no to one of my family members?
I'm just saying. I mean, do they
respect your boundaries?
But see, that's the thing. You know, if I tell them no, they understand. But then it'll seem like when I don't hear from them from a while, I have to think back. Oh, I told them no. Were they offended because I told them no? But I want them to really understand that I really couldn't do it. I couldn't go out my way to, you know, get in my car, drive a certain distance, and then, you know, come back. That's wear and tearing, you know, on my body. That's why I said I'm getting to that point to where I have to say no, because it is wearing on my body. My body is really, you know, telling me, slow down. It's almost like you're being made to do it.
Yes. And that's not a good thing.
No.
That's not a good thing. It's really not that I've heat myself. I'm in a healthy place. Mm-hmm. I'm still in that unhealthy mindset. But see, we're about trying to move from the unhealthy to the healthy, mm-hmm. in being able to stand up and be who you are, being able to speak your truth, being able to understand. You know what? Not today. This does not fit into my whatever. Yes, or whatever. You know, I'm just.
No, but it's helping me. A lot of times when we go through something, we think it's for us. Mm-hmm. It's really for somebody else.
Okay.
You know, what I'm going through, I know somebody's experiencing the same thing. You know, if my children looking at me to ask me a question, you know, I really want to go here, but deep down inside, you don't want to take them. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm really tired and I don't feel like this. But to be able to stand up and say,
physical power.
Yes. Because it is playing all into my life. I'm really understanding about, you know, saying yes, mm-hmm. and saying the no, because I have to turn around and look at it like, well, if I could say yes and I could say no, then my daughters, my sons, you know, they should be able to stand up and tell somebody yes and no. So if I'm griping at them saying, you know, she calling you, she talking to you all crazy, like, won't you just tell her you don't want to talk to her no more? Well, I'm being there for her. I don't care. Hang up. But then if I'm sitting on the phone and somebody talking to me like that, and I'm sitting there saying, oh, well, you know, she needs my attention, and oh, yeah, but I'm not doing any justice.
You know, I said something that I didn't realize I said, but it's good that I said it, even though I didn't say it, but it's good I said it.
Okay.
Your boundaries set the standard.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Okay. But your boundaries set the standard. Okay. It's like that is good.
That's very good. Okay. But she's dealing with emotional boundaries because she's worried about they're not going to talk to her.
Yeah. Do you even want them to talk to her?
But you know, physical boundaries, you know, dealing with you and your family.
But that's that need to please thing.
Yes.
And like I said, there's soul work that goes along with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real in your world. Mm-hmm. And it's real that I have a life that I need to enjoy it to the fullness of what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
But I'm allowing it to be robbed because of intrusions and excursions over, and so I would start by saying, have we set the
barrier.
Well, have
Border.
we taken the time to board the borders?
Yeah, the
Borders. Have we made them clear? That would be.
That's what you gotta do.
That's what. Would you say?
You gotta make it
Tell
clear.
me, Dr. J, because I know, like you said, you have a large extended family. A lot of them are on here. A lot of them hear you talking right now, but they know Auntie. They know Mama. They know all of them. But they know, but you have no problem. No, but I'm seriously, how do you, the emotional aspect of it, maybe I can help, Lady K.
It wasn't easy, like I say. I had to build up because I was like, just to go here, go there, right here, there. Can you? Yeah. And at a point, you worry about, okay, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. And then, they feel some type of way, they feel it. But my expectations on how they treat me, and how they respect me, I had to go in and put in the big N. No.
And they still love you, don't they? And say that again.
Not at first. Not at first. They was in their feelings, but those were their feelings. I was dealing with mine.
Right.
So mine.
Sister Deidre said here, she said, I felt like that before, but that's when you realize that they have a sense of entitlement like you have to do for them. But I found out that their mindset is one-sided. So I had to come to a place to say no, but still love them. I know that I've done nothing
Wrong. You did nothing wrong.
I've done nothing wrong.
That's good.
I just couldn't accommodate them at the time. The more you make it a practice, it becomes so much easier. And this is the thing. What are you doing wrong when if your time is, you have a whole set time that you're going to spend. Just say you will spend time with your husband that day. Or maybe it just be a day that I need. And sometimes you have to set boundaries with your own self.
Yeah.
Give yourself being able to, you know what? Today you don't have to do nothing, Kim. You don't have to pick up that phone. But Pat, you don't have to Or you don't have to go and you have to cook a pot of cabbages, except if you want to bring it to me. You just don't have to do it.
She said, bring it to me.
Gotcha. But you're right. People don't have an entitlement to my time.
No.
They don't have an entitlement to just rule me and rank me any kind of way they want to, not without my permission.
Yes.
Now, you said something to me.
Yes, they are. She said, yes, those are some good days. Yes. Peaceful days.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said something to me that helped me to start this, the snowball effect for my boundaries. I can conversate with them, but I don't have to let them in. So remember when I told you, I said, oh, I want to tell them no. Oh, she don't want to tell me no. What you mean she don't want to tell me no? Oh, but I do this.
This is the war.
This is the war, that I have. But when she stated to me that they can come to me, but I don't have to let them in me, and that was I was letting them come into me. I was letting them bother me. I was letting them worry me.
Situations, whatever it is, specific. In. And that's that guilt thing, not wear the guilt, not to become that I'm.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? That I have to.
Like she said, the more you practice it, the better.
The more you practice it, the better. Because I think our health and well-being, mentally, physically, emotionally, it matters. And we have to, just like we eat the right thing,
Yep.
we have to start engaging in the right way for our emotional health, for our mental health.
Yes, yes.
You know,
You
and you can't, and you have to understand that anybody that loves you, they want that for you, and that because some people will say you're not doing nothing. Why can't you? You know, like I remember you, and you know, I put you on blast, but like sometimes, I just want to be, but you know, no, I don't need to keep whatever today. You know, I'm just saying, no, not today. I'm doing, boy, you in the whole, and they'll start looking at your life.
Like, what did you do? What you were doing at this time, and trying to examine your inside.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Can't you do that? They gonna tell you, can't you do that?
Hey, they telling me how to handle my feelings.
But isn't that kind of like puppetizing? You know, they're trying to puppetize you. You know, trying to.
No, it's them wanting what they want.
Oh, okay.
Not respecting your boundaries.
Yeah,
No respect for your boundaries.
But just like somebody.
And if you, I mean, you know, then you start feeling. If you let them in, then you start feeling. Oh well, maybe I can. You know, do it another time. No, I'm doing it.
And then what will happen is, people will ask you in advance.
Mm-hmm.
They will respect the fact that you got a life.
Mm-hmm.
They will respect the fact that you got feelings.
Mm-hmm.
They will respect the fact, you know, that you're going to look out. And I guess you say they will get the word, you know, on how to do that. And this is about time boundaries, but there are also other boundaries that we have to consider. The other things that we have to think about. We have to think about the boundaries that we ourselves need to set for ourselves on things that we're not going to allow ourselves to do. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a set of boundaries where we're not going to let people do, but then we also need to set healthy boundaries for stuff that we won't allow to. And what would be an example of that? You know, what would be an example? We need to set a boundary on how much I would worry about a thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Because too worrying could really you know, bring you down, depress you the more, make you, you know, get outside of yourself.
Seriously, you have to begin to set, you know, in the boundaries that we allow people, but we got to also set the boundaries where we will not allow ourselves to get past a certain point.
Yeah.
Those are healthy boundaries. When you're talking about areas of, let's say, I'm a budget, you know, do budget credit and different things of that nature. You have to be able to set boundaries within your financial life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
On the things that you're spending. And that, you know, we're talking about healthy boundaries. We welcome you that are coming on. This is Coffee and a what, ladies? A conversation. Where we're ladies of different ages, different stages. This is Artesian Center for Education and Empowerment. And we're taking this opportunity to conversate on whatever the word of the day may be. And Sister Kim has brought to us, Lady K has brought to us boundaries today, and we're talking about boundaries, and we're digging into it. And she has written up these beautiful things all over her little book. And Sister Dr. J, you got a whole lot of stuff there down too.
I'm looking at her notes, but I can't.
So I'm looking at all y'all stuff wrote down. Dr. J, what's all that stuff you got wrote down?
I want to see it.
Oh, let me read this for Miss Wilson. Miss Wilson said, we must keep our mind and bodies healthy, because our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit. And if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. Stress is no good, and that's another boundary. We have to watch the level. You know, we should set boundaries of how much stress we allow in. You know what I'm saying? We got to do this thing. We're talking about healthy boundaries. Not good for your body. It will make you physically sick.
Yes, it will.
It will. It really will. Thank you for that, Miss Wilson. It definitely will. What all that you got written down, Dr. J? Dr. J got a whole heap of stuff. You got a whole lot
I
of
just
stuff.
got blocks.
I just jotted a little stuff down.
You sure did. What you got?
We're interested.
About good boundaries.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Give them to
So let's hear about them good boundaries.
Yes, please.
I mean, good boundaries are just, you know, clearly let people understand your feelings. And, you know, you honoring, even though you honoring them and they're feeling or their situation or whatever they want you to do or whatever. And even though you say no, you still gotta have respect. You gotta have it, make it clear. No, I can't do it, today, because I gotta take care of me.
Exactly.
And I'm important.
Very.
Oh, wow.
I'm important.
Yes.
I'm
Very
important.
Yes.
And I'm important too. I'm valued. I'm learning more of my worth than my value.
Now that's true. I really
That's good.
am. I really am. I didn't really think, no, I'm not gonna cry, because I know I do cry when it really hits home, really hits me hard. That yes, because it's just like it really, I
But you
thought
can't
I
cry.
was,
We don't have no teenage.
I really didn't think that, I was really in the value because, my sisters and my brothers, trying to, be, physical and, verbal in their lives and, getting shut down from that, being married and trying to, I have a quiet husband, yes, but trying to get him to talk, that, made me feel like, I don't have a voice. Then when I had children, the children would need, but it was like, okay, but I want you to hear me, but you can't tell my age to a baby, what's going on with me to a baby or to a teenager, to a young adult, because they'll look at me like, you should have it all together. Why are you coming to me? Why are you asking me? But I just didn't, feel important. I didn't feel like I really had a voice. Because in that area, being in my state of mind, knowing that, when I was growing up, everybody was, no, Kim, you can't have this. And I just went along, to keep the peace, not being, voiceful. So that was the thing that really, kept me in my box.
And you know what? And your box is your story is, I know, touches somebody else's story. My story touches somebody else's story. Dr. J's touches somebody. That's why it's so important to be able to conversate. But something that you're saying that I want to highlight and underline, it's the stuff that's nurtured up in us, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And how we've sort of, that part, that need to please. Because I want to please them. This is why I'm trying to, can I, at the behest of leaving myself in a distressful situation,
yes. Yes.
And so this is why the soul work becomes so important, you know what I'm saying? Because we have to let me dig this stuff out that don't belong. Let me pull this out. I know where this comes from. First is the recognition, just what you said. I realized that it was because this happened. It was because, whatever. And I realized I let that stuff become rooted in me. And now you have to do, here we go again with that word, I say the soul work of getting that shovel and digging and getting that root out and pulling it. And you got to pull the root out. You just can't cut the top off because it's going to pop up again. You're going to have to get the root out.
Yes. You got to get the root.
You have to develop that thing that lets you know that, you know what, I don't care what happened. I'm not going to let 7-year-old Patricia be the answer that or deal with that. I'm much more mature and understand now. So now it's, that's not, because it was the 7-year-old Kim that kept having to go, yes, and I'm feeling guilty and having to do the warring.
Yes. And it's true, because that's exactly where it's started. Don't leave me. Aren't I good enough? Come on. That's the thing that's the first, block. That's my first seed. And then I had to nurture that seed. Hug on that seed. Make sure okay, well, you grow, and I know you're gonna love me. You're gonna get big, and then you're gonna feed me. Yeah, but you kept feeding me negativity. You were not giving me the nutrients that I needed. You kept giving me negativity. You kept telling me, oh, go over there and just smile. They'll like you. Just go over there and just sit next to it. It'll come. No, it didn't. It got me in some bad situations. I've had babies. I've had marriage proposals, but then I've turned around, oh, I don't want to marry you. You don't want to just, agree with me. But I am agreeing with you. You know, so these are the things that, you know, I have.
And they built up,
Yes.
and they built up, and they built up. Just what you said. They become, you know, if you don't root them up, it becomes these big bushes, you know, that you have to contend with over your head. But this doesn't have to stay. I ask that you all, as you come on, please like and please share, and that you please, and you know, engage with us. And thank you for those that are, and we appreciate the dialogue that's coming in. Sister Deirdre, Ms. Wilson, and these dialogue is so great for us. And one of the things I hear Ms. Deirdre talking about right now is, you know, we're talking about just not only the boundaries of time, we also have to set up boundaries within ourselves. How much should I let myself go? Because she's saying here about health as well as, you know, engaging with the boundaries of food. You mentioned, we talk about that, you know, that how, that's a sensitive subject.
For you?
All of us.
No, for you.
No, it's all of us.
For you?
No, you too.
You set boundaries just to take care of
She talking.
You know.
The skinny person at the table. The skinny person at the table talking. Go ahead, Dr. J. Let me hear somebody that got meat on their bones. Go ahead, please talk. Let me hear them. He's talking. The skinny person talking. Talk, Dr. J. You got the meat on your bones.
Y'all all got meat on your bones.
But boundaries is, you know, you set your boundaries.
You talking about food?
In order to take care of yourself. Even with food, yes.
That's what you're talking about.
Why you keep talking about? Ain't nobody saying that but
we love to eat.
Yes.
We love to eat.
But
we are
finally, a confession of faith.
We love to eat.
Finally, a confession of faith.
Beautiful.
Finally, a confession of faith. Finally, we get down to the bottom, the brass tack of the whole issue.
It's what? Food?
No, we're talking about different levels, different stages, different. See now you see what happened.
You the one that kept saying food.
But you remember we supposed to have a no. You know, my opinion is valuable.
But you keep
I feel pressure.
But that's not pressure.
You over my boundaries.
How? You brought it in and said
Dr.
food.
J, she's over my boundaries.
So that's not an open topic conversation?
Because she's over my boundaries. See what you started, Sister Deirdre. You talking about?
That's not an open conversation.
Did you see how she's attacking me because I love food? Because she's skinny?
We love
I'm not skinny. Okay, now, what you call skinny, I don't call skinny. Because if I get on the scale right now, it'll tell you I weigh 186 pounds. So that's not skinny.
No, it really is.
Yes, exactly.
So let's talk to you about weight and food.
No, my boundaries is we gonna get off of that right now. Next. I don't put my card on the table. Next. Uno out.
And honestly, and we are being, you know, there's a little levity in how we're doing this because this is coffee and it is a conversation. And we have and our opinions are valuable. We all have one, and we appreciate the opinions of you, and we appreciate each other. But we are wanting to leave here with the few minutes that we have left with everyone understanding that it is necessary. That as we said at the very beginning, when you have the understanding that boundaries is a limit, a space between you, other persons, a clear place where you begin and other persons end. The purpose of setting a healthy boundary is, of course, to protect and take good care of you, me,
and you.
That's it. It's about doing that. So we want to make sure that we are whole and complete. I remember Dr. Sister April always said that we're whole and complete. Both, you know, every part of us. And so our taking care of the spatial boundary, so far as people requiring so much of us and getting that in order, but then understanding the boundaries that we are going to set for ourselves to make sure that we do what is right, do for ourselves, and making sure that I understand what's good for me.
So make it clear. Make it clear.
Make it clear.
Make
What's
it
good
clear.
for me health-wise, right?
Yes.
What's
Yes.
good for me, my eating habits.
Yes.
The time. Okay, one of the things I remember you said early on, not at the table, but previously, when you were saying, I don't eat after a certain time.
Yes.
That's a boundary.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's a boundary for your health and for your well-being, that you say, no, because I can't have that, of acid reflux and different things. I have to stop eating at least 3, 4, whatever the hours before. But that's a boundary, and sometimes we understand that our body will let us know when it's time that we got to do certain things. And sometimes overrunning the boundaries that your body set for you will cause us to, as Sister Deirdre said in the comments, it'll affect our health.
Yes, it will.
Yes.
It will.
Yes.
It affects the way your body operates. Even it affects the way you walk. I hate to say it, but I'm struggling right now with the issue in my left foot. I went to go to the doctor yesterday, and she was telling me, she said, I don't see anything. It's not broken. Then she asked me, what's going on with you? I was like, excuse me? She said, what's going on with you? She said, because you're coming to me about a pain in your foot. She said, why would it be in your foot and I don't see anything on the x-ray? So I had to go into, mental month. I had to go to my mental thinking. I had to dig deep inside my brain and let her know, well, I'm saying yes to a lot of yeses when I want to say no.
Ooh.
That's good.
That's good. And so, and your body is telling you, you're surpassing the boundary of what you're supposed to, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to hurt. So it's just giving you a little warning. But Dr. J, you've often said your body will tell you what's going on. Your body will speak to you. You talked to us about that. You said that your body will speak. It'll let you know.
It'll let you know when you got too much, stress. Your hormones out of balance and all of that. It'll let you know. You just have to listen to it. Like, okay, what am I doing? I need to slow down, or I need to stop eating this or that. Rest. With my peace. Because I gotta take care of me. I gotta take care of me. I mean, when you take care of you, you happy.
Yes.
You don't have resentment. You're not angry. Because you got peace. You taking care of you.
And you gotta guard your peace.
Guard it. Draw the line.
Set a boundary around it. It's my peace. You can't have it. I'm not gonna give it up. But that's important. And feel good about it. Not guilty. Now, if we accomplished that with this one, we would have done something. We would have done great. We would have done absolutely great. We're getting ready. We're coming close. Thank you.
Work in progress. So you're gonna get
We're coming very, very close to the end of our broadcast, and I want to let you know we are so pumped and we're so excited that you all stopped by to join us. Whether you came in on the live stream or whether you're going to come in by way of the rebroadcast, we want you just to get used to seeing us a little more often as we bring you the words of whatever the word of the day, whatever the current event, or whatever's going. We're going to be having coffee and a conversation, right? And we want to get it out, and it's just not going to be us. I said different ages, different stages.
Yes.
So at this table, we're going to have young folk come sometime. We're going to have the men; they'll be here sometime.
Yes.
So it'll just be different ones at different times, and we hope we're thankful that this will catch on, and this will get to the good out of everything. So.
Yes.
We are certainly very appreciative and very thankful for you all joining us. And so we're at the time of this live that we are at. I think it's sort of cute. You say our wisdom. What you call it? Our wisdom.
You said
No, what was that first one that Lisa said? Our wisdom.
Oh, nuggets of wisdom.
Our nugget of, we call it our nugget of wisdom. We have time for this nugget of wisdom. I call it our what did I call it?
You call it a pop.
A purposeful pop? Or
Yes, we do a purposeful pop.
a purposeful pop?
Yes.
A positive pop?
A positive pop.
Yes, say it real fast a lot of times. No. but
Come
Kim,
on, you making me finish.
see that? So Sister Kim, go ahead and talk to us. Give us some nuggets of wisdom as it relates to boundaries in your takeaway and a positive pop, if you will.
My positive pop is for my boundaries. Not letting it fester in, being able to say my no and not feel guilty about it. And not take it upon that they dislike me, don't trust me, or whatever. But knowing that I'm taking care of myself by saying no.
That's good.
Who next?
That's good. That's very good.
That's good.
The next one is Dr. J. Who's going to come on with her.
That's good.
Very positive pop.
Just keep doing a soul fast. SOUL fast for your mental health.
Yes.
You know what makes you feel better. Do that. Because your story will end in a miracle. Our story will end.
She just loves that. That's a mantra. You
Ooh,
know, that's a mantra.
it is.
For our positive pop that we're leaving in words of wisdom, understand that healthy boundaries will do this. It'll help you have good mental health. It'll help you with good emotional health. It'll help you develop your stronger, positive, valued identity. It'll help you avoid burnout.
Yes.
Yes. And good boundaries will help you avoid burnout. And when you set good, healthy boundaries, it can help influence others into a positive direction. So we want you all to remember the boundaries. They are there for you. They're there to be a benefit for you. They're to help you keep your sanity, keep your emotional health. And there's a word, that big word you use, Dr. J. Keep your peace.
Yes.
P-E-A-C-E. P-E-A-C-E. Help you keep your peace. And I tell you, peace is nothing like peace. And so we want you all, as you go into your week,
Yes.
start setting up positive boundaries.
Yes.
Start setting up areas and ways that can help keep you, like Sister Kim, that you don't feel guilty if you gotta use the big N word. You don't have to say no. You can actually say you can say not now. You can say not now. There's a whole, there was an article, I should have brought it, but all the different ways to say no without saying no. But it's no, just the same. You know, let me think about it. You know, can I call you later? You know, and never ways if you just can't hit the big no. You gotta let them down.
No.
Let me let you down easy. And so, as we are getting ready to end this broadcast, we want to tell you how much we appreciate you joining us doing this coffee and a conversation.
Yes.
We give honor to Pastor Harold Edwards and yes, we gotta give him a big shout out. We want to give a shout out to our media team. Lisa! We can't do it without you, girl. And we appreciate having it. So until then, we thank you all for joining us. Remember, keep positive boundaries. Don't be afraid of protecting yourself. Don't forget the value and your worth and your value. Your worth, and you don't have to feel guilty about setting up hedge around yourself to keep yourself in good mind, body, and spirit. So
Yes.
we thank God for you,
Thank you.
and I want you to know you're blessed to have coffee and a conversation.
Conversation.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
All right, so we take care.